up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. We are down here to talk about Channing Crowder. Channing Crowder. He can't believe that Ciara is with a square like Russell Wilson, and that Ciara, a woman in a patriarchy who has been told for her whole life, find a supportive man to marry, that she only married Russell Wilson for money, and that she would rather be with a man who has 10 children by 8 different women, who is probably addicted to promethazine, is that what it's called? And Molly and cocaine. I said probably. Who is not a advocate or a person who desires marriage. She would have rather been with him instead of Russell Wilson.
One thing you brought up is Russell and Ciara. Yeah, if Russell ain't had that bread, Ciara ain't gonna be with him. Russell square. Russell square. Ciara had she has a good situation, but you gonna leave Future and get with Russell Wilson.
The thing is,
I think that's where you don't leave Future and get with Russell Wilson. Like, it's a type. Listen, bro, everybody got a type.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody has a type. You gonna leave Future and get with Russell Wilson? He's so goddamn square, and I love him on the field. He's a square.
Channing.
He's a fucking square.
Channing, you go from this level of toxicity, you just want something stable. You want the guy that was sitting with that girl with that big old mouth at the draft that was laughing, and you knew she deserved to be with him.
Goofball?
Yeah, you want that guy.
You want to get with goofballs, huh?
And this is just a glimpse into the ideas that a lot of Black men hold when it comes to relationships with Black women and what they believe that you want. They believe that you want a man who has multiple children with multiple women, who is probably dependent on chemicals, over a man who has a steady income, who's in a high-risk job, but still able to support her, who wants children, who wants to marry her. They think that you want that future. They think you want no future with Future over creating a legacy and building an empire with Russell Wilson. If you look at the comments, he is not the only man, Black man, who believes like this. And you have to listen to the way that they speak about marriage, and it makes me sad. I have 2 understandings in my observations. One is Black women are loyal to Black men, period. Race loyal, more than likely to partner with. The statistics are there. Number 2, Black women, a lot of Black women desire to model a marriage. They want to be married. They desire to be in partnership to build an empire and legacy with a man, preferably a Black man. However, the men that are available for you to choose from, when you add up all the numbers, it leaves you with a very, very, very small percentage of men who desire marriage and who desire marriage with Black women. Are you with me? You with me? Okay. I want you to listen to the mind, the thought process of this man. And I want you to have an understanding that there are a lot of men who think this way. They think you want the thug. You hear it all the time in the, what do they call that? The basement over there, the manosphere. You hear it all the time over there. They assume that you desire the Pookies and the Ray Rays. It's so funny because I have a cousin named Ray Ray, and he is, girl. When I tell you, baby, you talking about the pathology played out, embodied, even with supportive parents all the way there, child. And still the mama just be like, baby, 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 baby. When I tell you the chokehold that black sons have on their mothers to their detriment, baby, when I tell you these men have been coddled into narcissism and entitlement and feel that they deserve stuff they ain't worked for, you fucked up when you called them kings. Literally, when you call them kings. You know that one parent that just keeps telling their kid who is not the greatest at this thing that they are the greatest at this thing, and you think you're really motivating them, but you're giving them a false sense of self. And I think, isn't that like one of the symptoms, right? I believe, my theory is they've been coddled into narcissism. But it's so funny because they really believe that you desire to have a man who mistreats you. You desire to be in a relationship that isn't good for your overall health and well-being. You desire to be with a man who has more than 2 children. Like literally, Future has like 10 children, like 7, 8, 9, 10 children, literally, with different women. And he literally said out his mouth that like she would rather Future than Russell Wilson. Listen to this. Hold on. Listen to this. And it's unfortunate. And I'm going to read you the comment because Rodney was talking about it on his video. And I left a comment and it was so long. And I left it on my YouTube community area. And then YouTube removed it because I used the word killing. And apparently you just can't have normal conversation and talk about that because it'll mess up the algorithm and get stuff deleted and stuff like that. So it's very weird. But they deleted the comment. So I came back and I altered the comment and left it again. But I want to read you all the comment that I left. It was really, really long. And so I had to condense it for Rodney. I left a comment on his video. And this was part of the comment. I just had to condense it because this was really, really long. And I don't like to leave like super long comments on people's pages. I could just go to my page with my thoughts and leave them there. You feel me? Y'all should do that. Listen, I want you to listen to the way that he thinks. And I also want you all, if you don't believe me, right? If I'm just the bitter, cynical old lady down over there, sitting on her porch with her dogs and cats and chickens and shit, fine. You can do the research yourself. You can do the research by posting this to your page and getting the perspective of the men that are in your network. You don't have to go by me. Do the work yourself and you'll be able to see and ask them what they think about this. Don't even ask them. Post it with your opinion or don't even leave an opinion and let them go to town because they do show themselves and they do reveal themselves. Listen. Oh, hold on. There's an ad first. Hold on. Okay.
One thing you brought up is Russell and Ciara. Yeah, if Russell ain't had that bread, Ciara ain't gonna be with him. Russell's square.
If Russell didn't have that bread, Ciara wouldn't be with him. They really believe that you desire to be in relationships. Like, I'll say it like this. Why wouldn't you desire to be in a relationship with a man who is able to provide. If you are looking to model this idea of what marriage looks like in a patriarchy, the rules are that the man is the protector and the provider. That's the rules, right? And like I said the other day, and I have another thought about it, because I think what Black women want to model traditionally, culturally, the cultural tradition makes it impossible to model that other traditional that you want to model. But anyways, he says that you only wanted Russell because he had money. They tell you all, find a man who is a protector and provider. That means, part of that means he's going to provide some financial security, amongst other things, emotional security, being present, and all that stuff. Good luck to you. If you have it, great. They tell you this. Find a man who could do this, find a man. And then within your community, if you're looking for a man to have these characteristics, they're now telling you that you're a gold digger. They're making it seem as if you shouldn't want that. And if you do want that, that somehow you are this greedy woman looking for a come up. Listen. Russell is square as opposed to future. Listen.
Ciara she has a good situation, but you gonna leave Future and get with Russell Wilson. The thing is, I think that's what
you gonna get with Future, and you gonna leave Future. You're gonna leave that man who has 10 different you're gonna leave that man who has 10 children by 7 different women. You're gonna leave that and go to a man who has, hey Siri, how much is Russell Wilson's football contract?
In 2021, Russell Wilson had 3,113 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and a passer rating of 103.1 in 14 games.
Let me see what his contract is. Hold on, I'm about to tell you. You went from you would rather a man with 10 different kids, 10 kids by 10 different women. Russell Wilson, let's do this.
Besides the money, Russell also is there emotionally, spiritually, physically, and wants to build a family.
Russell Wilson's net worth is $135 million. His salary is $35 million. He signed a 4-year contract of $140 million new money extension with the Seattle Seahawks, April 15, 2019. That included a $65 million signing bonus, $107 million of total guarantees, and an average annual salary of $35 million. Future's net worth is estimated to be roughly $40 million. Now, remember, he has 10 children. Those children, 10, 8, 7, whatever. It's a lot. And all of those children need to be taken care of before you. But you would rather have him over Russell. Hold on. Let's listen. I want to listen to it from the beginning. Let's just listen to it. It's only a minute. Let's listen to it first. Let's listen. Because you got to listen to the ignorance.
One thing you brought up is Russell and Ciara. Yeah, if Russell ain't had that bread, Ciara ain't gonna be with him. Russell square. Russell square. Ciara she has a good situation, but you gonna leave Future and get with Russell Wilson. The thing is, I think that's what you don't leave Future and get with Russell Wilson. It's a type. Listen, everybody got a type.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody has a type. You gonna leave Future and get with Russell Wilson? He's so goddamn square, and I love him on the field. He's a square. He's a fucking square.
Channing, you go from this level of toxicity, you just want something stable. You want the guy that was sitting with that girl with that big old mouth at the draft that was laughing, and you knew she deserved to be with him.
Goofball?
Yeah, you want that guy.
You want to get with goofballs, huh?
He thinks you would rather have toxicity over peace. This is how these men think. Listen to them. Just listen. You don't even have to, like I'm saying, you don't even have to listen to me. Just listen to them. They'll tell you. And it's almost like Black women are just like, I don't care what you say. But you know what? I think that's why a lot of them are getting mad, because there's a host, and I'm listening. Let me tell you something. Sometimes I do a lot of listening more than I do talking. And sometimes I just listen to these rooms and the girls talking. I listen to the girls. I don't participate in the conversation. I'm just listening. And they're younger and younger. I heard a girl yesterday say, I'm 21 years old, baby. And she was, I don't want to worry about this. I don't have this. I'm working on my career. I'm working on my this. I'm working on this. I'm not doing this. And she's not limiting herself. She didn't say she didn't want to be in a relationship. She said her preferences do not include black men. And she had her reasons, and they're just showing you as a collective, they're not the group of men that you actually want to partner with. And y'all don't like when I say that, but it's not me. I'm an old ass lady out here. These are young. When I hear them younger and younger, 21, 23, 24, it makes me happy, because if you're race loyal, the group of men that you have to choose from is very, very small, to the point where the men believe that you would rather be with a nigga who has 10 children than a man who's only been married. Wasn't he married before? Married once, has a stable job, is in a good condition to stay on his job for a long time, enough to build a good foundation that he can retire and still have his health. I hope that's on the plan. But you would rather have Future. And then like really sit there. And I'm so glad those guys are like, I think you're wrong there. I think after a while, these women want peace. And unfortunately, the peace of mind can't come partnering with men who operate like that, who don't value marriage, who are deceptive in their dating practices. Like, come on. If you're limiting yourself, you're doing yourself a disservice, especially if you are a black woman who desires marriage. Like, if you are, that's not, it's a lot of women that are fine with it, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with desiring it, and there's nothing wrong with not wanting it at all. It's just not for some people. It's fine. And like, if that's one thing you have to understand, not every single woman desires marriage. There are women who try to do it, like to see, because society tells you that's what you're supposed to do. Let me try it and see. It doesn't work. If you're smart, if it doesn't work, however many times it doesn't work, then you will make different choices that benefit you. And that's what I'm going to say about that. But when you listen to the group of men that you have left, and I'm going to read my comment. And if you are desiring to do this and to model this, you're doing yourself a disservice if your only option are black men. And that's all I'm saying. Now listen, this is my comment, and I'm going to read it. It's a very long comment. I was like, I cannot leave this on Rodney's page. It's super long. So I just went to my community page and left a comment there. Okay, so you can go. It says, regarding Channing Chowder calling Russell Wilson a square and believing that Ciara would have preferred Future. Let me start with some math. There are 2 million, and let me tell you something. What I'm saying is math. It don't have nothing to do with how I feel. Now, you're going to be able to tell when I get into my feelings, but a lot of this is just facts. So if you don't like the facts and the facts look like bashing to you, it's always going to look like bashing. It's always going to look like bashing, because we're going to deal with the facts, and here they are. Okay. So all of these are facts. Okay. And I'll probably post a reference. I'll show my work. There are 2 million black men missing from society. We don't know where the fuck they are. I don't know. We don't know. Mathematically, there's not enough black men. I'm going to read the comment all the way through because the comment is long. and then I'll like stop and talk about it, because I'm sure I'm going to think about something else as I'm reading the comment, right? Because you know when you go back and edit a comment and then you think of something else to add to the comment. So let me just read it all the way through first, okay? Let me start with some math. There are 2 million Black men missing from society. Mathematically, there's not enough Black men to one with Black women. So let's dead the probability, okay? It's a deficit, and Black men know it. That's why Black women fight like savage beasts over one. I feel bad for Black women who desire marriage to Black men. The pickings are slim to none, especially knowing that you're starting with a 2 million deficit. 52% of Black men will never marry. And since Black women are mostly race loyal, that leaves Black women standing at 48% never married. On top of the $2 million, on top of the 2 million deficit, the 52% that will never marry, add that Black men are killing Black women every 5.5 hours. Heterosexual Black women are the highest new HIV cases. And of what's left, they're in same-sex relationships, incarcerated, unemployed, undereducated, underemployed. And based on that, currently, Black men are costing the U.S. economy $50 billion a year. Yes. Once Black women wake up and choose better, it couldn't be, shouldn't be, and wouldn't be a Black man if better is your goal. Black men don't value relationships, let alone marriage. Refer to the statistic. The majority of Black women are race loyal, trying to attain some fantastical Black love idea to a group of men who don't value marriage. But those same men create and then hate single mothers and leave millions of homes fatherless, meaning missing from the child's life. Black woman, where does that leave you, sweetie? Hello? You get mad when I speak facts about Black men, but if you're race loyal and you desire marriage to a Black man, you're likely to never get married to one who will increase your social standing or provide a secure, stable environment, princess. Most of the apples are bad, and they don't have a desire or the incentive to change. Happy bobbing. And that's what I had to say. And that's what I have to say. And you could see by that guy's comment, he believes that Ciara would have preferred to be with a man who is spread out in 10 different ways. That really leaves, like, if he has resources, the resources are going to 10 different places before it can actually get to you. And you look at that as if she preferred that. This is how they feel. And I'm glad that, like, and then there's, women will say, well, I'm married to a Black man. Yes, there are 29% of Black men are married. And of that 29%, 80% are married to Black women. Now, that's it. Now, what I'm saying is, if better is the goal, because there is a study that shows that when a Black woman marries a Black man, her social status goes down. If you have a baby by a Black man, it goes even lower. And then you are now in poverty. You tell me, what is the benefit? What would be the benefit? And like I said on my Love and Marriage Huntsville, it's weird because you think about, it's not just like, you know, low income, hood, you know, mentality, all that. It's not just that. You're looking at women who are accomplished, who are having these experiences, who are doing things for themselves. Like that guy on the men that come on Kendra G shows, the amount of delusion is alarming. Like it really is. It's like, where are these men living? And who created this world that they are living in? Like literally, it is fantastical. It is. It is, when you listen to them talk, that's why I say it sounds like they're drunk. And when you can't reason with drunk people, you can't, there's no logic in that, in inebriated opinions. There's not. And you listen to them. Listen to this guy. Listen to him.
I'm not trying to be a boss chick or
this is the type of woman. This is a man on Kendra G's show. And this is the type of woman that he wants. I don't know what state this man is in. This don't have nothing to do with my personal experience. This don't have nothing to do with me. Listen to this man.
You be a man, not trying to be a boss chick or a thought or be a woman at all times.
He doesn't want a boss chick. He doesn't want a thought, but he wants you to be a woman at all times.
You know, you represent me, so their money is irrelevant because that 9 times out of 10 you ain't gonna make a quarter what I make. So when you try to put yourself above me, you can't. Like, you're not stronger than me. You're not smarter than me. You can't outthink me. You can't even.
This is a man who says he is looking for a woman, and listen to the type of woman he's telling you that he's looking for. He's already telling you, you'll never be above me. You're not going to be smarter than me. Listen, I don't know this man. I don't know this man. This don't have shit to do with me. And you're going to listen, I'm going to go back a little bit.
When you try to put yourself above me, you can't. Like, you're not stronger than me. You're not smarter than me. You can't outthink me. You can't even survive on your own. So for you to be a boss, and then you the boss of what? I mean, you can't be a boss if you just a lash tech or whatever. You ain't got no employees. What age range you want to pick? Ooh, I like young women. 20 to 30. 20, Michael. I don't want nobody over 30. Most of them, they too scarred. I done tried that too many times. I don't even.
They're too scarred. From what? I wonder. What are they too scarred from? I wonder what they're scarred from. So let me go find a young woman so I can leave scars on her.
Body that's all beat up with cigarette burns and gunshot wounds. I know. No. Michael! No, I'll be 40 tomorrow. What kind of woman you looking for, Michael? Somebody that's actually a woman, not trying to be a man, not trying to be a boss.
Not trying to be a boss trick, not trying to be a thought. This man is looking for a partnership. And he says, you'll never be this, you'll never be this, you'll never be this, you'll never be this. Go get you a dog, my nigga. Go get you a dog. I cannot wait until these men are able to afford like AI type, women, so they can program the woman to do whatever they want. They can have holes wherever they want to stick them. They can do the maid stuff. They can do the mule stuff. They can do all of that. I can't wait until they're able to afford. He says, you're not smarter than me. I don't know what corporations are out here giving money to black men to help them get their businesses up. I don't know. I haven't seen them yet. I haven't seen them yet. You're not smarter than me. I don't know your college enrollment admissions. It's not going down. Y'all not building nothing. Y'all are averaging 47,000, and I'm giving you some money. $47,000 a year, the average of you. There was a man on there that said he made $20,000 and he's looking for a woman who made 6 figures. because he doesn't like the mindset of a woman who makes his income. He doesn't want that. Listen.
Be a man, not trying to be a boss chick or a thought or be a woman at all times. You know, you represent me, so
you sound like Cat Williams.
Money is irrelevant because that 9 times out of 10 you ain't gonna make a quarter what I make. So when you try to put yourself above me, you can't. Like, you're not stronger than me, you're not smarter than me, you can't outthink me, you can't even survive on your own. So for you to be a boss,
he says you can't survive on your own. I didn't even catch that the last time. Girl, what? You can't survive on your own. That's wild. That's crazy. And there's a lot of men who think like that. So good luck to y'all. You know, this was a black man. I don't know what to tell y'all. And to the ones who are married, who are the part of the 29%, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. But if you are having conversations with your daughters about how men are, then you know what I'm saying is true. If you believe that, and like I said, like this is the trippy part of it. It doesn't matter the socioeconomic level. It doesn't matter the level of education. It matters because it's how they're socialized. It's how they're socialized to relate to women. That's what I'm saying. That's why I always say it's just, for me, it's not conducive. Divas always ask me questions. Oh, do you think you'll ever know? Never, because I have learned based on my experience and my observations, the way that men are socialized to relate to women doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't. And that is based on, again, my personal experience, my observations, and then, I mean, we could just add the statistics. I've always said the statistics support how I feel. So yes, I have personal experiences, and I've tried, you do it once and you're like, oh, I'll do it again. I'll try again. And it's not the same type. It's a different type, but still doesn't vibe with me. It doesn't vibe with me. It is a different type of person, because you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to do this. And then you do that, and it's like, y'all all come from the same factory. Y'all all come from the same factory. And the defects are the ones who are good. That's what's crazy. The defects, the exceptions, the ones that the women get on, my daddy and my brother and my uncle, them. But if you talk to the women that they are in relationships with, you probably have a different story. I'm just saying. But you think your daddy is great? Look at Jared Carmichael. Father had another family. This is the crazy part, because women, father has another family, mother forgives. Finds out her son is gay. She don't know if she can. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with that. Girl. It's a chokehold. And it's like, I wouldn't even say that I'm a defect. I would just say that I'm one that is just like, I'm not the way, I can't fall in line with the way that women are socialized. That's why it's really difficult for me to make women relationships, because a lot of those conversations, like even the videos that I make, a lot of the conversations, a lot of the programming, a lot of what you're ingesting, it's just male and female relationships, male and female relationships, male and female relationships, male and female relationships. And it's like, we have all of this evidence. You're looking at stuff on OWN. You're looking at Love and Marriage Huntsville. You're looking at Love and Hip Hop. You're looking at Married to Medicine. Because we can go to the educated, higher economic, right? We can go to the rappers. We can go to love after lockup. We can go to family or fiance. We can go to all of these examples of how men and women relate to each other. And for me, I don't like the way that it looks. And I have seen things at work. I have an aunt and uncle in a successful marriage. I've seen my grandmother and my grandfather, maternal grandmother and grandfather, have a great marriage, what looks like a great marriage. I've seen it, I've witnessed it, but how men are socialized to relate to women, I think that it's very dangerous. I think it's violent, and I don't think that it serves women. For me, that's my perspective on it, because of what, like I said, I'm just looking, and I'm an observer of human behavior, and I be looking like, I don't like that. I don't like that. And unfortunately, we do live in a society where the programming, when you're in the factory, the programming is desire this. And the ones who speak out against it, tell them they're bitter. You have a program that tells them, here, this is what you say when you hear this. You're bitter, you're this, you're da 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 da. You don't have a man, da 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 da. You're also programmed to throw dicks, throw dicks, throw dicks, throw dicks, throw dicks, throw dicks. All of this programming. I'm like, I was in that for a second, and it's like you get this, it's like Westworld. It's like you're like, wait. Is this real? Is this fucking, I feel like I'm fucking in an alternate reality, and I'm the only one. And then you like you're running around and you're finding other people like, do you have the glasses on? Did you take the glasses off, girl? Where are you? How are you in this game? I just didn't. We all come from the same factory. And some people are deprogramming, decoding, unlearning. And to people who are still operating under that operating system, when you start deprogramming, they're like, what? No, you're this. I'm mad at you. I'm aggressive. I'm assertive. Right? And then you have to explain yourself. Like, I'm not one of you. I'm not one of you. And I'm going to be the voice to say, here, when you're on your journey and you are operating under that factory setting and you decide you want to reprogram, the frequency will lead you to me and to others who are like, girl, this is not it. This is not it. This is not it. This is not it. And this is what it should look like. Because you are operating under a program. You have the little lenses in your eyes are showing you images. And one day you're going to it's going to start breaking up. And that's when you're like, oh. And for me, it's just, it doesn't work for me. It does not work. The way that men are socialized to relate to women, I just don't like it. It literally gives me a visceral reaction. I have a visceral reaction when I see how manipulative, how deceptive, from the Martezes on Love and Marriage Huntsville on down to all of these shows. That's what I was talking about over the weekend. They keep showing you these images. That's why they call it programming. They keep showing you these images. These are the images you're going to see. And you're thinking that this is how that Black love journey looks like, or this is what a journey with a man looks like. It don't even have, like when you add the social construct of race to it, it gets even crazier. But just as men, the socialized man, then you add on culture, then you add on tradition, then you add all of these filters, all of these programs, and you gotta the religion, when I tell you, you gotta tell hold on, y'all niggas like, ooh. The religion has y'all, first of all, the religion has y'all believing that a man is supposed to protect and provide, and that men are programmed like that, and they're not. But then they're also operating from the same book that tells you to submit to them. I turn my phone around because you see how I hit it, baby. Last time, cracked. I'm just saying, for me, I don't know. When I hear like Channing Crowder, and then I'm so glad that those guys were like, no, people want peace, y'all. And when I call these niggas agents of chaos and disorder, they enter in relationships deceptively, trying to get access to you. They're trying to they send the representative, and that's why it's kind of insulting for him to even think like she would rather have a future. Why would you think a woman would want that? Like, who taught you that? And he probably, I mean, we could get into his fucking life and where he come from and what he saw relationships, how they were modeled to him. And can you imagine the children and the boys around him listening to him? There's children he probably has around him. That's how these niggas learn the stuff, keep learning it. I'm telling you, it's really sad. It is really sad. It's really sad. And then I was thinking, I know this guy who is...
YouTube, 6 minutes ago.
No. I know this guy who is disabled. He can't see. His health isn't the best. He has been able to partner with 1, 2, 3, and is actually looking to partner with another woman. And I said to myself, he will probably, in his compromised quality of life, be able to find a woman who is probably more educated than him, make more money than him. He will be able to, simply because the program has told her it's a penis attached to this. It don't matter. It don't matter. I'm so glad that the younger girls are now seeing. I'd be so happy when you guys are talking to these girls and you're like, how old are you? And they're like 21. I was like, yes. Oh, yes. That makes me feel so good. Like really. And when I hear them, they're like 21, 23. I'm on my 2nd degree. Girl, what? He told them, did you hear what he said? I don't want you to be a boss. I don't want you to be a thought. I just want you to be a woman. What does a woman look like to you? You'll never be smarter than me. You'll never be this. You'll never be this. And then he's looking. He has this mindset. This is the part that really fucks with me. He has this mindset and he's looking for a woman. He's looking to partner with a woman and he views women this way. Oh my God, it is mind-blowing. Like, you literally hate women, but you still want to partner with one. You're still on the show looking to partner with a woman, and you literally hate women. Listen. I want you to listen, and then we're gonna go. Listen to him.
Be a man, not trying to be a boss chick or a thought or be a woman at all times. You know, you representing me, so their money is irrelevant because that 9 times out of 10 you ain't gonna make a quarter what I make. So when you try to put yourself above me, you can't. Like, you're not stronger than me, you're not smarter than me, you can't outthink me, you can't even survive on your own. So for you to be a boss, and then you the boss of what? I mean, you can't be a boss if you just a lash tech or whatever. You ain't got no employees. What's the age range you want to pick? Ooh, I like young women. 20 to 30. 20, Michael. I don't want nobody over 30. Most of them, they too scarred. I done tried that too many times. I don't need nobody that's all beat up with cigarette burns and gunshot wounds. I know. No. Michael! No, I'll be 40 tomorrow. What kind of woman you looking for?
He'll be 40 tomorrow, and he's looking for a woman under 30 who will have an understanding that you'll never make as much as him. You'll never be smarter than him. I literally can't wait until y'all are able to afford these AI women who can just, like the robots, like literally. I really can't wait. And that's why I'd be like, I think when they start this virtual reality and more men get access to this porn virtual reality, they are also going to be missing from society too. And that's actually a good thing. Unfortunately, some of those men, unfortunately, will actually come out of that virtual reality and assume that reality is like his virtual reality, and they might be dangerous. But hopefully, like in Black Mirror, their eyes roll into the back of their head and they never come out of that reality and they stay there. That literally will make the spaces so much safer. Hopefully they just get stuck in that reality. Let's hope they get stuck in the metaverse, like literally. Like that's something that I hope for. Like, I'm like, okay, we already know that a lot of these men are addicted to porn. Let them get a little money and get access to the virtual reality porn. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm serious. Y'all probably like, this bitch is crazy. Yes. But I'm like I can say that I'm a defect. I don't know if I'm a defect or a base model who didn't get all of the programming, got some of the programming, but I'm not, I reject all of it. I reject all of it. All of it. I do. And that's probably why I look the way. When you look at me, you see something, you're like, gosh, she's like this, and she this and this and this, and you, whatever way you feel when you look at me, it's like you are remembering you have a programming and you have filters on, and what you've been programmed to, how to look at life, what you're looking at doesn't resemble that, and it will not. I reject it. I don't like it. I look at these shows and I feel bad for the women. And because it's like, they really want this. They really want to be married. They really want to be in relationships with these men. And these men don't value relationships. And it sucks. It sucks for y'all, because Black women are race loyal. And when you decide to go out and seek partnership with other groups of men, Black men become very violent, very violent. However, they've been dating out and marrying out, even though 200% of those relationships end in divorce. They're 200% more likely to end in divorce. But they still go out and marry out. They've been doing it, and then they do it, and they want Black women to be upset about it. And it's not like they're doing it because they love the woman. They're doing it to make another group of women feel a certain way. And some women fall into that, and they're like, oh, he dated white girls and da 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 da. But he's not doing, like, Cynthia G, she shows you examples all the time. They're not treating those women differently. It's really weird, because they're not treating them differently, but they will throw them in your face as like, here's women that you have to compete against. But then when they understand that now they have other men to compete against, they don't like it. They want to be able to flaunt women that don't look like you in your face and tell you, nanny nanny boo boo, you race loyal fool, I'm making you jealous. But then when you actually open your horizons and you start dating outside of what looks like you and outside of your culture, they don't like that. They don't like that. And then they don't like it. They don't want you to marry. Like, literally said that Ciara would have preferred Future. He thinks that. And who in their right mind would you want your daughter to be with Future, my nigga? That would have been my next question. But I don't know. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. Take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.